Hi everybody, happy Monday to you all. It is Monday the 17th of June and it's 8:30 in the evening here. My name is Stacey Marsh and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the United Kingdom, so very happy hello to you wherever you're joining from around the world. Tonight I'm going to be just having a little bit of creative fun with some new products, so do join in if you can. I am streaming live on YouTube and on Facebook, and it's really warm out here. I'm at the bottom of the garden. If I turn the camera around slightly, you'll see the sun is just setting. Look, it's beautiful, but that's a wee bit distracting, so I've turned you all around slightly, and in the next sort of hour I'm going to be just having some fun at my craft desk with you all. Oh, it's Tuesday. You're right, Carol. It is Tuesday. I don't know what day of the week it is. No, that's funny. It is Tuesday. I'm normally live on a Monday, but Mondays don't work anymore. It's a really busy evening in this house. We have gymnastics, we have clubs. My husband is sometimes in the office. It's just really tricky. So it's Tuesdays at the moment, but watch this space because life is a bit chaotic here at the moment, between my husband working, between kind of at home and in London, and it's the last term of the school year, so my work is really, really busy. The girls have clubs, so yeah, no wonder I thought it was Monday. Carol, bless you, thank you very much. Evening Mel, evening Mandy, and evening Louise. Do let me know where you are joining from and how you are today. Hi Sophie, it's very warm here too. Yes, I do have some iced water to keep me going over the next short while. This is my first time I've done a live sort of off the cuff crafting evening since I've come back from the incentive trip. I'm still wearing my Mickey attire. We all have some serious holiday blues, and we cannot wait to rebuild the savings account to go back. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to craft along with this week's global design project. It is a craft challenge that launches every Monday, and every Monday the theme changes, and it ranges from a colour theme to a sketch to a specific subject, or just very open. And this week is a colour theme, and the colours have really inspired me, so I'm looking forward to crafting along with this one. So do watch along, ask questions as you wish, chat amongst yourselves. I will try and keep up with the comments as we craft. And as always, all of the products that I will be using tonight, are available to purchase from my online store. And you can do that by clicking the link in the description below, which is my online shop, or visit staceymarsh.co.uk. At the moment, we have a promotion running on our product suites, and it's a 50% promotion. So you purchase one item from a product suite, and the second item from those suites will be added, and you only pay half the value of that item. So do check that out. There are some lovely suites around at the moment, and there's a lot of product that is included in that promotion. I've stocked up on a few of my favourite designer series paper sets and added in some new bundles to my collection. So let's skip over to my desk and I will make a little start with you all. I'm going to be using a product bundle called the Coneflower Celebration Bundle. It jumped out of the catalogue when I first saw it back in March, and it's been on my desk for a little while. It is the theme of July's weekly card class. So I'm looking forward to creating that. I'm actually going to make the samples next week. So I'm hoping this is going to kickstart my imagination, and we'll see where the evening takes us. So let's swap to my desk. Let me remember how to do this. That's a good thing, isn't it? Okay. Here we go. There's my desk. It's a nice blank desk at the moment, and we're going to add some fun to that this evening. So in the catalogue, if you have a catalogue to hand, you can look up this bundle. If you don't have a catalogue to hand, you can find it online on the website. If you don't have a catalogue and you're based in the United Kingdom, do let me know and I'll pop one in the post to you. I'm actually posting my next catalogues on Friday. So page 82, and it is the Coneflower Celebration bundle. Sorry, Coneflower Celebration bundle. It's up here. And this bundle is predominantly based on flowers. There are some lovely sentiments in this bundle, and there are some coordinating dies that I think are the star of the show with this set. There are 3 product examples there to show you just how this bundle can look. So this one here is not necessarily using the flowers, it's more so using the dies here. The middle one is using the stamped image, and it's been coloured and added in some texture in the background. And this last one up here is using the dies, and these dies are quite interactive. I picked up the other day my Instagram, and I noticed that Patty Bennett in the United States has made some beautiful examples of these flowers, so do check that out if you wanted some more information. So this is the theme of July's weekly card class. You can join along with that class. I do offer access to the tutorials weekly, and more information about that is on my website. Having a quick look at the comments while I grab the product. Let's have a look here on my desk. Okay, so Coneflower Celebrations stamp set, here it is. It is a photopolymer stamp set, so it is the see-through matte. The sentiments are happy belated birthday. Now, I'm terrible at remembering birthdays, so that is going to be really well used. You made my day, thank you. Celebrating you. I'm sorry I missed your special day. Let's extend the celebration. I love that I've known you for so many birthdays, and it's your day. Oh, and then these images all can be stamped together to make a sort of whole flower image, or you can use them separately, of course. And then the dies look like this. So the dies, you can see I've already used this. I can show you the card that I made actually. So the dies are pretty straightforward, and there are 2 sheets. Here we go. So we have this lovely long die that is made up of sort of joined circles. We have the stem for the flower. So the stem die goes around the stem here, so it's a framelit die. You have 2 detailed leaves, and they are actually designed to sit over the top of these outline, these sort of block dies. You have a detailed flower head. The detail on that is really, really pretty. And then you have this joined die. So this is designed to make a card, and then this die sits over the top. You've got the detailed middle of the flower that you can use, and then you've got this outline which goes around the butterfly here. Okay. So this week's Global Design Project is a colour challenge, and the colours are Petal Pink, which if you've known me for a little while, this is my favourite pink. I just love it. I use it for so much. We have Timid Tiger, which is our new in colour for 2025, one of our new in colours for 2025, and it's Timid Tiger. And then we have Lost Lagoon, which is here. So look at that, those colours. They are going to work really, really beautifully together. So let's grab some of the cardstock from this particular colour scheme. So we have Timid Tiger, Petal Pink, and Lost Lagoon. Now I don't appear to have any Petal Pink cardstock, so let me just dive into my scraps box. Oh yes, there it all is. So I have some scraps for Petal Pink. So those are the 3 colours, and these are 3 ink pads. So this is going to work really, really nicely. A good friend of mine, Kim Fee, she is part of the Global Design Project team, and she's made some beautiful things with these products as well. So first of all, I'm going to start with the dies, and I'm going to cut out some of those nice flower heads. You just grab a die machine. So let me know what you think. Is this one that you have your eye on in the catalogue? Have you already added it to your stash? Or is it not something that's really taken your eye yet? Do let me know. So I'm just going to add these to here. So I'm going to cut out one of these. I say one of these before I've even show you what it is. I'm going to cut out this double flower head. So, hi Stacey, Julie and I are watching while enjoying a glass of wine or two. All very nice indeed, ladies. Lovely evening for a glass of wine. Margaret is waiting for hers to arrive. Lovely jubbly. And Mandy said she checked her watch. It's definitely Tuesday. It is definitely Tuesday, yes. It is definitely not Monday, as I said. So that's what that one looks like. Let's see if I can cut one of these out as well. Oh, what a coincidence. I'm working with this colour combo too. Now I'll go out. See, we are more in sync than I think we realise. So the other weekend I sat and I made a scrapbook page for my previous Saturday workshop, and I took a little picture of what I was cutting out, and Margaret commented and she said, oh snap. And it turned out we made almost exactly the same project without even realising. So I need to run that through twice because that's got a little bit. Oh no, it hasn't. It's all good. Let's just peel that out. So this is what this die looks like. So the idea of this is this can be mounted on here. You fold that over and you get a really nice 3D sort of effect. So we're going to do something with that shortly. And then I'm going to cut out one of these. I'm going to cut this out of Timid Tiger. I'm just going to see if I've got any scrap Timid Tiger that I can work with. And I do. Always keep your scraps, everybody. Scraps are so important. So I'm going to do the same card design. I'm going to do one with the dies and I'm going to do one with the stamps, just to give you an idea. And what I really like about this Timid Tiger is it's almost got an earthy sort of undertone to it. I really like the colour tone and it just pairs so nicely with these colours as well. I'm going to take me a sponge dauber. Oh, Mandy, I've decided to start scrapbooking and have a go. Oh, I'm really excited for you. Mel is sewing on patches for her granddaughter's denim jacket. Her fingers have been pricked a number of times. Oh, bless you. I'm not a sewer. I'm a cross stitcher, but not a sewer. I'm going to take a Timid Tiger ink pad. I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to here. Actually, that's quite dark, so I'm going to stop doing that. And I'm going to use Petal Pink. And let's build that colour up. Okay, that's nice. So this is going to add definition between our top piece and that bottom piece that we fold over. Sponge daubers are a great way for adding detail to your die cuts. I don't actually have, I'm not actually using Stampin' Up sponge daubers. I'm using sponge daubers that come in a little case. So that's just going to give us a bit of definition and just make it feel a little bit more lifelike. Now I'm just going to grab a silicone mat. I'm just going to go over that end bit just a little bit more. Oh dear, look at that. It's like peeling the glue off your fingers like you used to do at school. So I want to get a sort of ombre effect on these petals. I'm just adding a bit of darker colour to the bottom. And this is where we can work in the Timid Tiger. So I don't remember where the sponge dauber box is from, but I know if you Google it, it will come up. Okay, so there we have our little flower. Heather, evening Bex, nice to have you with us. And then to my die for the tip of the centre of our flower, I'm just going to go over that a bit more. Now this, what you can do with this as well, and this is the attention to detail, you can just push out, turn it over and push those sections that have been cut forwards. And this is going to give you some really nice texture in your die cut. Let's just be careful that you don't poke yourself with your scissors. It's an occupational hazard, I know. So that's giving us some really nice texture. It's hard to show you actually. Hi Shaz. Mel got hers from Amazon now. Have a little Google. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attach this piece to there, but you can still see that light outline. So what I'm going to do to blend that in with our centerpiece, I'm just going around the edge. There we go. And then this I'm going to add like that. Okay. And I'm going to add that with a couple of little foam pads. So that has given me my flower head. Now when we put this on here, it's just going to make everything pop. Look at that. It's really pretty. Now this, you want to fold it so that it is symmetrical. So just hold that in place. And then with your bone folder, just give it a nice crease. There we go. And then that we can stick on there. Now, if you want to, you can just add a bit more detail to here, which of course I'm going to do. And I haven't even really thought about the actual card yet, but that's going to come. Okay, so that looks good. We now have a really nice ombre effect with Timid Tiger and Petal Pink. So now I'm going to take this and add this to there and then attach it. Now, and whilst that's drying, I'm just going to put that to one side. So what I want to do now is I want to cut out a stem for our flower and some leaves. So this is going to be cut from Lost Lagoon. Let me see if I have any scrap. I do. So let's cut this out of some scrap, shall we? This is my sponge dauber box. Let's cut these out. Oh, it's warm. I might need to have to open the back door. Or the front door, actually. Oh dear. They open, they come out really nicely. Oh, I'm going to get the die stuck in the roller now. So, okay. So those are my dies to put back over there before I lose them. And then these are the pieces that I want to show you. Now these, I think, almost look like butterfly wings themselves. They're really pretty, really delicate. And these are designed to kind of go over. You stick these to this, like so. But we want to add some definition to it, so let's grab another dauber. And I want my light lagoon ink right now. I'm just going to go over these. And this is such a nice way to just make more of those die cuts there. You can see now the definition between the two layers. Let's stick this together. These would work really nicely cut from the adhesive sheets. What's that one? And now let's do this one. Oh, wrong one. And then again, just use your glue really sparingly. There we go. And then this one here is our stem. So I know this isn't necessarily flower coloured, but that's okay. Right, there we are. So those are our pieces. So let's think about our card now, shall we? So let's just have a little practice. Now we could use this on here, but that's going to get a bit swallowed, I think. We could use this on here, but that means that our stem is going to get swallowed. And then we could use Timid Tiger. I think that's going to get swallowed. So I think the only option is white. So let's get some white cards, shall we? Okay. Oh, it's warm. Let's just move these pieces to one side and cut ourselves a little card base, shall we? Okay, so card base, I'm going to do standard card base. I'm going to do a book fold card base. So I'm going to cut at 14.9 centimetres. This is thick white card. And I'm going to score at 10.5 centimetres. So let's have another layer of white card in our background just to act as a strengthener. So this is 9, and let's go the height of the card, so 14.9. So this is ever so slightly just thinner than our card front, and then I'm going to cut myself a layer of this that is 14.9 centimetres by 10 centimetres. This is going to be a little layering piece. And this is going to go in there. I think I actually might want that a little bit thinner. Yeah, let's go a little bit thinner. So let's go 9.5. That's much better. There we go. So what I want to do now is I'm going to emboss this front layer, and I'm going to use a new embossing folder, which is called the Damask embossing folder. So I'm going to lay this in here. I'm going to run that through my embossing machine. There we go. So that's given us a nice embossed layer. It's really hard for you to see there. You can see that like there. Okay. And then we can stick these two pieces together. I don't know if there's a right way up or a wrong way up to this. They both look the same, so I'm just going to go with that way. Attach that to your piece of petal pink. And then this can go on the front like so. And actually this is one of those sets that you can do so much with. It's not just about colouring the image, you can watercolour it. Now look at this, this is just beautiful. So there's that. I'm just laying this on here for the time being. That's our stem. And these are our leaves. So that's just really, really pretty, isn't it? Love this. Okay, so now let's attach this to the card. I need to hold that in place for a bit so it sticks to that embossed layer. And then I'm going to put mine off the card ever so slightly. Now this here, I just want to stick that down. So I'm not going to stick it together. What I'm going to do is just put some dimensionals in here. And one there. So this is going to hold this shut, but just give it a little bit more dimension. There we go. So we've got a nice bit of dimension between that now. That's moved. That's annoying, isn't it? There we go. And then I've got my flower head that's going to go about there. Yeah. Can't wait to play with this bundle when it arrives, Mandy said. Adore the colour combination, Deb says. It's beautiful, isn't it? Check out this week's Global Design project for more inspiration. It really is lovely. And then we've got our leaves. So I'm going to alternate these and I'm going to stick these down just with a singular little dot. And then this one, is going to go at the bottom. At the bottom or there? Yeah, I'm going to put that there. And then we can think about our sentiment. Isn't that pretty? A little bit of wink of Stella on those petals would look lovely, wouldn't it, as well? Okay, so let's grab our sentiments. So we have, it's your day. I'm sorry I missed your special day. Let's extend the celebration. Let's go for decisions. Let's go for it's your day, shall we? Oh, I hope it arrives soon, Mandy. I'm going to snap this on to, we think white card. Let's try white. Ow. Yeah, let's try white, and I'm going to go with. Now I'm not so sure. Let's go white with Timid Tiger. Let's see what that looks like. I think that's going to be the wrong colour. I think it should be Lost Lagoon. Could work. Let's try Lost Lagoon. I'm not enamoured by that sentiment. I feel like I want something really long and thin. Let's see what else I've got. Oh, this is on my desk. This is new. This is the Charming Day stamp set. This Happy Birthday could work. Let's see what that feels like. So this is our red rubber stamp set. Okay, so let's try this now. Will that go across there? Yeah, it will. So let's try this in Lost Lagoon. I like the Timid Tiger sentiment. How to Divide a Crowd. Let's have a look. Let's see how we feel once we've done this. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Let's try Timid Tiger. I think I know what I need to do. I think it needs some heat embossing. Now you can use the neutral colours. You can use black, white, beige and crumb cake. Yes, just not doing it for me. I'm really sorry, gang. It needs to be heat embossed. So let's get that out, shall we? Now, my heat tool went to class yesterday. You know, when you just think you've got something in your head and nothing will get you away from it. And every card looks better with heat embossing. Heat tool in, and we want some black card. Okay, here we go. This is going to make the difference. So when you are heat embossing, you want to use an embossing buddy just to wipe the static off your card. And then let's stamp this. I'm loving it already. This feels like what is needed. Never apologise for heat embossing. No, definitely not. Give this a little heat. It's starting to yawn now, which starts. Okay. Let's trim this into a bow now. Okay, so we want this to be 10.5 wide. Which is the width of our card. Oh, that's so much better. So much better. So I'm going to put that over there, I think, so that the leaves are kind of around it. And let me just get this right. Let's put some dimensionals in here, over here, and over here. If I stick that down, I'm just going to curl this a little bit. Just roll it in between your fingers and doing the top right and the bottom left. There we go. So that's the first card. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think it needs a few little gems, so let's add a couple of those. These are the 2025 in colour flat pearls. So these are in the 5 new in colours. There we go. Don't know why, but I'm useless at heat embossing. Okay, what seems to be happening with your heat embossing? Do tell now, and we'll try and resolve that for you. So let's do a little bit of colouring now. I promised you 2 cards. So 2 cards you shall have. So we want to add our Coneflower image. Mandy's put love the, absolutely gorgeous, love the dimensions. And colour. The colours are amazing, aren't they? So we want this one. Let's stamp this with Memento. I'm going to colour this with Stampin' Blends. A good coverage of ink. Isn't that pretty? It just stamps so beautifully. It doesn't come up even. There are patches in the sprinkle stuff. I've re-inked the pad as well. Okay. Are you using an embossing buddy? Let's talk about that first. Okay, so we're going to use Timid Tiger Stampin' Blends, and we're going to use Petal Pink Stampin' Blends. I'm going to I'm going to use the light Petal Pink at the tips of my petals. Here. Like so. And then I'm going to use this dark Timid Tiger. Do it exactly like I do. Maybe you need to, sometimes my ladies, where they go wrong in class is that they don't fully heat it, so that causes some patchiness. I'm just going to use the dark in here to pick up some of the shading. And then I'll use some of the light Timid Tiger to just blend that down. And then I'm going to use the dark between the two colours. And this looks a little bit patchy at the moment, but we're going to trust the process. This weekend, it looks like us in the UK are due a heat wave. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Shaz, how old is your embossing powder? That can also cause some differences in how it performs. Let's just add. Oh, it's new. Oh, this is like the Sherlock Holmes of embossing, isn't it? Let's just blend that out as well. That's blended that really nicely. So you can see now you've got some really nice shading on that. So that's Timid Tiger and Petal Pink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dark brown early espresso pencil and I just want to add some shading into that top section there. The pencils are a great addition to when you want to add some sort of subtle shading. Now I would often use the basic black smoky slate blend pencil, but because I'm using sort of oranges and pinks, the brown is going to do what I want it to do. And you can see that's just brought all that together. Okay, so I'm going to leave that bottom petals alone now, and I'm going to use the dark Timid Tiger to colour in this top section. I'm just going to leave a little line showing there. And I'm going to use a dark, let's do dark Petal Pink again. And that's just creating a little highlight there. Okay. And then again, using my dark brown, my early espresso pencil, I'm just going to make that bottom part of it a little bit darker. There we go. So let me know what you think in the comments. Now, the die that we're going to use to cut this out is actually this double die. Okay. Let's just use that now. You can fussy cut it, of course. Let's make sure this is lined up nicely. Definitely going to need some washi tape to hold that in place, or some low tack tape, or you can use the masking sheets. just lay this on. So in this month's, in July's weekly card pass, I'm going to walking you through different techniques to get the most out of this product bundle. I do hope you will join me. So here you've got this little section here that is obviously going to be attached. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that off with my snips like so. And then I'm going to do something that I love to do. That is I want some scrap paper. Oh, I had some scrap paper earlier. Here it is. Dear. I'm going to do what we call as the blackout technique. I love this technique. It's one of my favourites. So I'm going to take my dark basic black Stampin' blend. You can also use a black Stampin' right marker. And I'm going to go around the edge of this image with a black pen. And what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of all that white outline. This is a great technique to use with sort of bright and vibrant colours. I did share a card back in June, back in April with the Thankful Garden bundle and this technique. Okay, so you're going to get rid of all that white space with the black pen. And this does take a moment or two. Evening, Maria. Lovely to have you back with us from your travels. I hope you had the most amazing holiday. I'm looking forward to hearing all about it. So this is, like I said, it takes a minute to do, but it's worth it. I'm just going to get rid of that black bit in there. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to take your felt tip end and you're going to go all the way around the edge so you get rid of that white core. So, now there is a bit of white here that I'm just going to get rid of with this pencil. There we go. So now when we put that against the black, what it does, it just makes that colour go mwah. So that's it on white and that's it on black, and it's just the most beautiful colour, isn't it? I'm away again for another few days. Oh, the jet setting lifestyle. Have a wonderful time, my lovely. So let's trim this down to sit on our card front. So I'm going to take this down to 9.5 wide. Right, let's do 14.9. Let's keep it consistent with the first card design. Okay, I'm also going to emboss this layer with the same embossing folder. And at the end, you can choose which one you prefer. Let's just pop that in our embossing folder. Oh, we need to do some leaves as well, don't we? Does feel good to be back with you all, back crafting, back chatting. There won't be a weekly craft along this week. Tomorrow I have a meeting first thing, and then the sports day. Tomorrow on Thursday I have another meeting in the morning, followed by a meeting in the afternoon. Let's all go. Yeah, that looks beautiful. That always makes that cardstock look like velvet. Let's grab some more of that card base. Okay, so this time I'm going to do still the same book fold, 14.9, turn and cut. That's a score at 10.5. Now I'm going to have that on here. So that is the height. Yeah. So look, this is our original, and this is going to be our next one. I'm going to keep this very, very simple now. Let's stamp the stem. And let's just have one leaf, shall we? So we want basic black, sorry, not basic black, we want Tuxedo Black Memento, like so. And then I want the same but my petal. Like so. So let's colour this now. So we now want Lost Lagoon blends. I've been looking at maybe getting this set. Oh, Maria, I love it. I absolutely love it. So we're going to do the same as we did before. We're going to colour the image in. Now this one, there is a die for this one, but they are separate dies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this out with my scissors. And then we want the dark shade. And then I'm going to use this basic brown, not basic brown, early espresso, to just add a bit of definition here. There we go. So now let's cut this out. And that bit no one's going to see because that's going to get tucked under the flower. And this bit I'm just going to trim lightly around because we're going to colour that in with our black blend again. So now we're going to do exactly the same as we did before and just go around the edge, colouring in all that white space. How are we all doing? Are we all hanging in there? And then go around this edge. There we go. I can hear all the horses making noise out there now. And then we have this here. That on there. Now what I don't like is that leaf is quite far up. That's okay, we can make it work. So let's get some sticking, shall we? Let's stick some of this down. So that's getting stuck in the centre of the card front. And then let's attach this. I'm going to put this on with some foam pads. Now, when you're using black card, this is where the black dimensionals come in mega handy. So when I first saw this, I thought, what on earth do we want those for? We've got white ones. If we need to colour them, we will. This is a game changer for doing things like this. Don't use them often, but they just do the trick. Whilst I'm here, I'm just going to curl this leaf a little bit as well. And use my scissors for that. Also use a pencil that just curl the edge. That's quite nice. And then this can get stuck down. Put that right at the bottom. Yeah, and then this can go up the top there. What do you think? Love the black. It looks like damask paper. It does, doesn't it? Let's put. I'm going to use. What am I doing? Let's use black ones. I'm going to put these pads either side of the centre, and then before I do anything more, I'm going to curl this as well. There's my bone folder. Just take your bone folder and just curl the edge ever so slightly. That's it. So looking forward to sharing these cards. In the card class with you all. Look at that. That's beautiful. Right, so now we need a sentiment. Now, how am I going to settle on a sentiment? So we've got you made my day. Let's just check that out, shall we? You made my day. I think I'm going to use that, you know. And I'm going to alternate this one. This one's going to be stamped on white card. I'm going to use this bit of scrap because why not? Could have used petal pink as well. That would have been a nice addition. Quite like when you have a really big image, just keeping your sentiment really small, really simple. Yes, that's what the embossing folder is called, damask. This is just 1 centimetre, just over 1 centimetre wide, this banner. Just trim that down a little bit. And I feel like this needs some sort of trim. What do you reckon? Let's have a look. What have I got? I've got... This would look nice, but I feel like it's too big. It looks lovely. Let's trim it down. So if your ribbon is too wide, this is one of the things that I like to do. Just trim it in half. Now I know this ribbon is on the last chance list, but I'm not going to lie, it's my favourite ribbon, one of my favourite ribbons ever. I will carry on using it until it has sold out, just so you know. I'm just going to fold that in half a little bit. And then let's have a little play. If we stick that there. Yeah. So I'm just going to turn it over and then using some double-sided tape, I'm going to attach that across there. That's quite nice, isn't it? What do you reckon? Like that? And then we can attach this over the top. And then all I've got left to do is add a few little gems. The black is winning for me. So this has been an epic live with you all this evening. Thank you for... Oh no, I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use these Secret Sea ones because they're like a lovely little dark blue colour. They're just going to work really nicely. Like so. There you are. So they are my two cards tonight using this week's Global Design Project colour combination. So the colour combination is Petal Pink, Timid Tiger and Lost Lagoon, which is these three colours. Timid Tiger is this year's in colours. Petal Pink and Lost Lagoon are part of our Subtles collection. So starting off with the first card, I've used the damask embossing folder in the background, and I've predominantly used the dies from the Coneflower Celebration die set or bundle set, and I finished with a heat emboss sentiment. I've added some detail to the flower with ink and sponge daubers to create a sort of ombre effect in those petals. And then the second card, I have showcased the stamp set. So the stamp set is, I've used the main image from the stamp set, and I've coloured with Stampin' blends and added in some detail with an early espresso watercolour pencil. I've created a sort of blackout effect using a black Stampin' blend pen. It has been mounted onto a card front that's got that damask embossing in the background with black card. And then I finished with a really simple sentiment, "You made my day," and a little bit of that gingham ribbon that is in the last chance sale currently. And I believe when I checked the other day, it is an absolute steal. I'm just going to tell you how much it is at the moment because I was shocked. And I won't lie, I did maybe buy a few more reels. Let me check. Oh, it might have sold out now. Let me have a look. No, it's still there. So this ribbon is down to £6 a roll. So this is the black and very vanilla large check ribbon, and it was originally £7.50. It's down to £6. So do check that out if you like the black ribbon. I will continue to use that until it's sold out because it is my favourite. So what I'll do is I'll leave you all there. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined in with me tonight. It's great to spend a little bit more ad hoc craft time with you all. I'm back now. I am roaring to go. And if you do wish to join me again, I will be live next. Let me check the day. I'll be live next Thursday evening. So I've got a lot going on next week. So next Thursday evening, I'll be live here with you at 8:30. Do join me if you can. The products that I've used tonight are the feature of July's weekly card class, which the kit version has now closed. But if you did want to purchase the tutorials, you can do that. Just head to my website and all the information is on my class and events tab. So I will leave you all there. Have a great rest of the week. I hope you find some time to be creative, and I look forward to catching up with you all very, very soon. Bye for now, everyone.